Matthew chapter 27 verse 11. It's a long read, but I'll be fast about it. Verse 11. Can you put it up? Many of you know the story, but you have never seen the wisdom in what the character in this story did. I want to show you the wisdom in it. Then I want to now show you the foolishness of some fellow. And we still have such people in our world today. Many of them are your friends. Many of them are in your street. Many of them are in your compound. Many of them are even in the church with you. People are fighting the pastor of the church. You follow them and start fighting. People are fighting one brother. You follow them and start, my friend. Now Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said to him, "It is as you said. Please give me..." Okay, let's leave it at this. Continue. And while he was being accused by the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then look at the next verse. Then Pilate is the governor here we're talking about. Then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they testify against you?" Jesus, are you not hearing all the things people are saying, the accusations and all the rubbish they are saying about you? But he answered him not one word, so that the governor marveled greatly. He didn't say a word. Then look at the next verse. Now at the feast, the governor was accustomed to releasing to the multitude one prisoner whom they wished. So this feast is called Passover. At the Passover feast is the custom that the king can exercise what you call prerogative of mercy. He can decide to give what you call amnesty or executive pardon to someone who is maybe convicted or who is guilty of a crime. That Passover feast, maybe for them, is like what we have today called Democracy Day or Independence Day, where the president or governor can say, "Okay, I'm releasing 3 prisoners on my power as governor." It's called prerogative of mercy. And so he wanted to exercise that power, and he said, look at the next verse. Look at what he did. The next verse, please. And at that time they had a notorious prisoner called Barabbas. This is how your world works. Listen to me. This is how your world works. Be sensitive. Not everybody they are fighting is guilty. The world will rather release a prisoner and imprison a good man. If you are a wise person, when you see scenarios like that, dodge for your life. Can I say that again? The world will rather imprison a good man and release a bad man. When you see scenarios like that, be a wise person. Let me give you one example before I finish this scripture. This one happened to me personally. I won't mention the person's name for record purpose. There was a particular guy, a Yoruba guy. I can't tell if I remember the exact year, but it's been a long time, some years ago. You know, I just started some school program, project and all that, and and of course in between did some trip and got some good amount of money. So I was looking for an investment to make, and somebody recommended this Yoruba guy to me. Actually, I saw this Yoruba guy speaking in a conference, and he was highly motivating. He was inspirational. He was all that. So I said, okay. When they told me he had the telecommunication company he was putting together, I said, I need to meet with him and talk. So we spoke. He shared the idea. In fact, I was in his office, organized office, nice guy doing nice things. Then he opened his projector, his screen, and began to show me everything he wanted to build, the kind of things he was trying to introduce into the telecommunication industry. It was mind-blowing and mind-boggling. I said, okay. He said he needs investors. And some people had already begun to invest. I fell in love with the business. I said, this is a great dream. I will invest so I can be a shareholder. So he was selling shares and all that. And I decided to buy. I think all I paid for to buy my share, invested with some percent that was accrued to me at a certain time, was about 6 million. Then, no. Then I plunged the money into the stuff. And the guy was doing well and remitting his interest. No issue, no challenge. Remitting interest, things were going well. All the partners and all the shareholders were happy that things were moving well. So one day, tragedy struck. Everything this young man was trying to build and develop came crumbling before everybody's eyes. And in all honesty, this guy was making effort to make sure things don't sink. Things were going bad, and we saw clearly that things were not working. Guess what? The guy was massively indebted, of course, because these are people's money we are talking about. Next thing I started seeing was this guy on Facebook. This one will go and write, he's owing me, SARS, I'm calling on the good leadership of SARS. Come and I'm calling on this, all kinds of things. And this guy was going from people to people begging. He even came, he will beg, please, can you look at, this is a noble dream, but see, I put money here thinking that developing this thing will work, but the thing failed. And that, can I be giving more time? Let me bounce back. And all the guys who were eating interest and enjoying interest, and I was also getting interest from the money I invested. Others were getting interest. You know what they did? They went to the police, petitioned the guy. Remind me after this story. I will tell you about one thing that happened to me in our former venue. If I forget, tell me, sir. The story you say you wanted to tell us concerning one lawyer in the former venue. Make sure I tell you that story. You will learn a lot of things. If you see me like this, you'll be thinking, oh, this fine, cute pastor. Leave that, I'm an old man. This fine, young, digital pastor. Yes, digital pastor with ancient experience. Oh. I can teach you how not to die. Yeah. I'm wisdom walking on two legs. Oh. In case you're looking for the definition of wisdom in dictionary, you're looking at the wrong place. See one standing here. Kind of things I've seen in this life. Guess what? They took petition. Everyone went to police, wrote all kinds of things. Wrote all kinds of things against the guy. That this happened, that happened. Finally, they looked, and the guy didn't run. He was around. They looked for him, got him in his house, arrested him, arraigned him at the police. Put him in the cell, battered this guy. And then they called me one fateful morning and say, hey, they have caught that guy, that I should come to the CID, state CID, that they need all the people who he is owing to come. I said, okay, I'm coming. I went straight to the police station, got there. The IPOs and all of them said, are you one of them? I said, what's your name? I mentioned. They brought the petition. I said, I should check whether my name is there. I looked and I saw my name. I said, come IPO, who wrote this petition? How did my name enter here? He said, there is the leader of the people they are owing. I said, I don't know any leader of people. I'm not part of any association of people they are owing. I have a personal business with this man. I don't have a group business with him. As I was talking, the man came out. They brought the guy out. I said, listen, I'm saying this before everyone here. Before everyone here. There is a wisdom Jesus had. A certain number of men found one woman in adultery, carried her, with stone. We caught her in the act. Master, what do we do? Jesus looked at them, bent his head and began to write on the ground. I believe one of the things was write on the ground is these people are foolish. Fools. And I turned to them and said, if any of you have not done this thing, or you don't have any sin in you, cast the first stone. The Bible says all of them dropped their stones one by one and they left. When Jesus lifted up his head, he saw that no one was there. The people with the biggest stone in their hands are guilty and 10 times guilty of the things they are stoning other people for. It's always the case. They are more guilty. When you see people who can declare war easily on other people, watch them. They are more guilty than the people they are fighting. When they all left, you know what Jesus said to the woman? He said, Madam, where are your accusers? He said, they are no longer here. Jesus now said to the woman, very important statement you should underline in your heart. He said, neither do I accuse you. Neither do I. He said, neither do I accuse you. He said, go, sin no more. That wisdom Jesus exhibited became one of the defining moments of Jesus' life and ministry. That woman, even if everybody condemned and said she was a harlot and they wanted to kill, that same woman became the one that helped Jesus in ministry. Mary Magdalene is that same woman that broke the alabaster box at his feet. What a whole year's salary. That same Mary Magdalene is the one that sponsored the ministry of Jesus, paying for bills, travel bills. That same woman was the one that took oil and went and anointed the tomb of Jesus 3 days when he was buried. She was going to anoint. That same woman was the first woman that saw the tomb open and saw that Jesus had risen. That same woman was the first person and first woman that Jesus appeared to. That same woman was the one Jesus said, anywhere this gospel is preached, her name will be mentioned. But guess who that woman was? The same woman that some fools were bearing stone to kill. This year is a year of Kairos, and how to enter it is largely by wisdom. I stood before that man and I said, listen, sir, I know you are indebted. I gave you money. This business was going fine at the point. You were giving us interest. I know that you are a genuine man. I know it. You have a genuine vision. And there's no man who has a genuine vision who doesn't go through trying times, who doesn't go through painful times and experience. There's no man in the world. And sometimes those trying times they are going through, people misunderstand them. People make them look like they are bad people. People say all kinds of things, do all kinds of things to them, because they can't see that this is a product in a process. You have to separate the two. The process might look very bad, might look rough, but that is not who the man is. The man is going somewhere. So I said, listen, sir, there's nobody who has not gone through this. Show me one. I turned to all the people there, the policemen. I turned to all the people who wrote petition. I said, show me one. Is it Nelson Mandela who wanted to liberate South Africa that didn't land himself in, that didn't go through? Is it Martin Luther King? Show me one. In entrepreneurship, in business, who didn't go through hurdles? Even Obasanjo, who became president, came out from prison and went straight to palace. Show me one person. How you treat people when they are going through their painful time is important. Listen, how you treat people when they are going through their time of pain. So I said to those men, I said, I don't know whoever wrote this petition, but please give me pen. I said, this is my name. You should strike it out. You didn't consult me before this petition was written. I am not a party to this. Strike it out. I turned to the young man. I'm trying hard to hold his name. It almost came out from my mouth. I won't mention his name, but it's a Yoruba guy. I turned to him, mention his name. I said, listen, sir, I know what you're going through. I'm a man of vision. I understand it. So just know I am not part of this thing they are doing. I didn't call police for you. Understand that. Then number two, whatever amount of money they are charging you for, if my own is included, Oga, minus it from it now. I live here in peace. Minus it from here now. Now, minus it. And that's how I withdrew from that matter, cancelled my own money out of it. I said, I will never ask you of it ever. I said, but this is one thing. Wherever God takes you to, I may not see you again, but I know that God is with you. I know He has a vision. You have a vision for real. I know you are a good man. You just went through trials. I said, I don't know when I will see you again. I don't know where the world will bring us together. But wherever we meet, our friendship will continue. That's how I left. You never can tell where we'll meet again. Maybe he's looking for my number now. Maybe he's somewhere in the world and maybe things are better for him. And maybe he's finding a way to connect with me. Maybe he's searching me on Facebook and has not found me yet. But one day somehow, he might just find me. I don't know where he is. I don't know what is happening with him currently. But someday things might just show up in this guy's life. Everything has turned around. And then he remembers for what you did. You see the wisdom of Jonathan? Saul, if you like, fight David all you want. I see the hand of God upon that guy's life. I won't join you. I see the oil of God upon that man's life. I won't join you. If you want to die anyhow, die anyhow. And Saul fought a man who helped him fight his own battle. Saul's problem was Goliath. David helped him kill Goliath. And instead of Saul to be grateful that this guy had done a great thing for him, he turned the battle to him and said, I'm going to kill you. And all the times he attempted to kill, Jonathan was the one defending him. He will come and tell him, look, Oga wants to kill you, run for your life. And the Oga is his father, run for your life. See what David did when David became king. And Jonathan died in the battle with Saul. David said, is there anybody in the house of Jonathan remaining? Is anybody in the house of Saul rather remaining, that I may show mercy to, for the sake of my friend Jonathan? When you read your Bible, you see how men were lifted. It doesn't look like what you are looking at. It doesn't look like what you are thinking will be the reason for your lifting. The word of God, as ancient as it is still the container of the principle. Is still the archive where the principles that lift men is contained. Whatever you see me teaching you from here is the way men are lifted. You may not know, you may think it's hard work alone. You may not know that just seeing somebody's problem and avoiding it can lift you. That same person can rise tomorrow. And then you will know the value of, hey, that I did not join my hands and exchange blow. It's now what has repositioned me here. I saw the video of a guy who came to propose to a certain lady, and then he came with bread on the girl's birthday and took bread and gave the girl, said, I bought you bread, happy birthday. And the girlfriend was like, Mano, are you stupid, idiot, stupid, rubbish, waka, was pity, why can't I embarrass me this? Why can't I embarrass me this? You know ladies out there, why can't I embarrass me? How can you embarrass me like that? Rubbish man, stupid man, yeah man. Others are buying their girls cheap, Rolls Royce, Lexus. You bought me bread, in the public, to disgrace me and harass me. While she was bouncing on the man, the girl's girlfriend was holding her. Put yourself together. What is your problem? But why are you beating a man in the public? Why are you humiliating him? That's not right. Put yourself. Leave me alone. Let me teach this idiot a lesson. She will hold him. Stop it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. At least he got you something. Be grateful. Maybe that's all he can afford. Just be grateful. What about men who can't even afford anything? At least he got you something. Nice bread. Little did that girl who was ranting up and down know that inside that bread, the middle of that bread, was a key to a Mercedes car hidden inside. That this man had been disguising all along to know who will love him for who he is and not what he has. And then the best friend who was defending and trying to stop the whole fight took the bread, went to the man and said, Emeka, please, I'm sorry. Forgive my friend. I will talk to, please, I'm sorry. I don't know if she got this kind of character from. Please, I'm sorry. Please, don't hold it against her. Don't hold it against her. Emeka looked at the guy and said, well, he said, open that bread. He said, okay. She opened it. Found the key. He said, what's that? He said, it's a car key. He said, that car key. See the car there? Is now yours. He says, your own. At that point, the friend who was ranting, Amy, it's not like that. You know, my anger issues. My anger issues. Keep celebrating it. My anger issues, you know, I'm not patient with it's the way Emeka, Amy. He said, come on, get your hands off me, you little brat. Now the man will show you swag that he has it. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can tell you things in this life that you should avoid. And this is one of them. Don't fight people. Don't fight people. I know two men like that, lawyers, who had tried to do something, fight. They fight that they shouldn't even fight. I know where they are now. I know where they are now. I won't say anything again. That you are a lawyer, you are a policeman, you are a military man, that you have power doesn't mean you should use it without wisdom. You can come to arrest somebody, and who you came to arrest is not a criminal. It's somebody who just has a temporal problem. Not permanent problem. Temporal problem. Use wisdom and handle that matter, sir. Because that person you will abuse might be the person you will walk into his office tomorrow and say, sir, this year it looks like I don't have money to pay my children's school fees. And he will remember that instead of abusing and maligning him, you decided to handle his matter with every sense of wisdom and gentility. He will say, please, you did me well when I had nothing. You did me well when you had the power to abuse me. But this is how you treated me kindly. He said, forget the school fees for this session, your children are on scholarship. Bring them here to me. How many are them? There are 5. Bring them. VP Academics, scholarship for the next 3 years. Life happens. Life happens. There are some doors some people don't have the boldness to walk through. Some doors some people don't have the moral rights, the moral power to walk through it on account of what they did to the person before he got into that elevation. The world is full of people like that. The world is full of people like that. And you think that people you treated that way will forget? No, they won't forget. They'll be rising gradually, gently, gradually, gently. They'll be rising gradually, gently, just going up. You will think it doesn't matter until one day you will see that life can just reverse like this. You will take the position they once were in. They will take positions better than the ones you once had. And they were looking up to you to help them, to show them mercy when you had power and position. And you did nothing about it. But this time, they have the power now. I'll be looking for the boldness you will use to approach them. There are many who have stepped on toes they shouldn't step on. You just fight everybody. You are an officer of the law, yes, and so what? You just fight everybody. You just fight everybody. Where wisdom should tell you this thing is not a criminal, whatever. Use wisdom and handle this matter and walk away. You just start fighting anybody. Wisdom that should tell you, look, this thing does not call for mass bows. This thing calls for just meekness, humble settlement, and I have seen foolish people walking on the earth. There's something this man of power called Pilate knows that I want you to learn today. Anywhere you see people fermenting trouble, making wahala, creating issues, just technically find a way and avoid them. Look at what Pilate did here. He said, therefore, when they had gathered together, Pilate said to him, to them, whom do you want me to release to you? Barabbas or Jesus, who is called Christ? Watch the response of fools, the crowd. Watch them. For he knew that they had handed him over because of envy. Are you seeing a wise man called Pilate? Why did they hand this guy over? Not for a crime he committed, not for something wrong he did. Why are they fighting this guy? Like, this guy is innocent. Why are they fighting him? Okay, yes, he made a mistake. Or okay, yes. But why all the fight around him? And Pilate, being a wise guy, could tell. Envy. So while he was sitting on the judgment seat, the man was sitting on his judgment seat waiting to pass judgment. But the wise guy, his wife, another wise woman. May God help you marry a wise spouse. I didn't hear your amen loud and clear. If you marry a wife who is a fighter, get ready. She will come behind. If you allow this man go, fight him, wound him, destroy him. Aye, foolish woman. You need a wise woman who, even in the heat of your anger, you want to destroy who would have helped you tomorrow. She can see what you may not be seeing at that moment you're angry, and walk to you and say, honey, let's leave this man alone. Let's leave this case alone. Let's allow this problem. The one who comes and says, if you leave this man, you will not eat 1 week in this house. 1 week. I think you see that your face salad you normally like. Now water you go drink, you will not eat in this house. You must maim this man. Maim this man. If not, maim Agi. There are human beings in this world. Dear men, don't marry fools as wives. Don't marry knives, marry wives. Marry temperate women. Marry women who have decorum. Marry women who are gentle. Marry women who have adorned themselves with the quietness and the gentility of a meek, gentle, and quiet life. Marry women who have inner beauty. If you see a rascal woman, avoid. Any woman you see a rascal, she is a trouble fermenter. She will give you living hell. While he was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent to him, saying, have nothing to do with that just man. He said, have nothing. Have nothing to do with that just man. For I have suffered many things today in a dream because of him. I have received torture in my sleep because of this man you are fighting. Leave this man alone. Don't. These people want to kill him because they are envious of him. These people want to kill him because they feel he has nobody. These people want to kill him because they feel he's defenseless. These people want to kill him because they feel he has something that they desperately need, and they are finding a way to fight him. Who is here with me? Are you gaining wisdom this Kairos here? Get all you can now that you still have me with you. I won't say anything further than that. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude. Are you seeing foolish multitude? Chief priests and elders. Wife went to his husband and said, have nothing to do with this. The chief priest saw, this woman have gone to tell the husband not to. Chief priests and elders went to multitude. Youth, oh, hey, youth, oh, hey. Youth, action. Action now. They call you youth in Ezuzu. That's why they use them for all kinds of rubbish things in this country. Toggery. A man will carry his children and send overseas, send to America, send to Scotland, send to UK to go and study. You who have no future, who should be looking for one. The men will not bring their children to come and do toggery, but they will recruit you from the villages, from the street and everywhere, and give you long stick that has nails on it to puncture people's tire because they beat traffic lights. You have no wisdom.